Hello, everyone. Welcome to the DPB podcast. This is episode number 34 for the week of March 28th, 2016.
Is today March 28th? Is that what it is tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah I had to look at my calendar real quick.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't remember what day it is.
I said episode 34, right?
Don't know.
Lots and lots happening. It is great to be part of the initial podcast for Disney Pins Blog. Disney Pins Blog podcast of the Disney Pins Blog. The Disney Pins Blog, the Disney Pins Blog podcast. We hope to hear all about it.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Ryan and Matt with Disney Pins Blog. How's it going, man?
It's going good. It's been a good Easter so far. How's your Easter?
Yeah.
How's your Easter?
Very nice. Got to spend it with family. The weather's beautiful here today. It's about 75 degrees and sunny.
Yeah, it's very sunny over here in Florida as well.
Nice.
It's yesterday was like torrential downpour, and now today we get a little bit of it's a little bit better.
Good, good. All right, well, we got kind of a lightweight week today on pin news, but we'll start right off. I want to mention a quick note here, again, on our pin event coming up here on April 17th, the Spring 2016 Gathering. This week is a big week because we are opening up the pin purchasing for the Star Wars pin set. That's the Boba Fett and the BB-8 pins.
It's huge.
It is.
Yeah, it's an exciting time to reopen back to people who start buying those pins. We've been hearing about it. We've been hearing about it. Now we actually do something about it. It's great.
The time has come.
Time has come.
So it's been, like I said before, and on the blog post, it is by your registration date. We moved from doing RSP like the last time just because we had some guest complaints and whatnot. But we thought this was a little bit simpler to do it this way. So we sent out an email a while back, a couple of weeks ago, to the registered guests. So we have a tentative list. So we're going to email those guests first. They're allowed up to 2 sets. And then we do have a waiting list now. So whoever doesn't purchase, we'll probably allow the purchasing. We'll probably give guests maybe 3 to 5 days. So if you don't purchase within that time frame, then we're going to open up to the guests on the waiting list.
So please, everyone, check your emails.
Yes.
Do you know when exactly we're going to be sending those emails out, Ryan?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a Thursday this week.
Okay.
So March 31st, the last day of the month.
All right. So yeah, look out at your emails on Thursday. We don't want anybody who said they were going to buy it and they didn't check their email. Then we open up the waiting list and you guys can get an opportunity. So please, please, please check your email.
Right. And we'll probably put a blog post up about it too. And we'll probably post it in the Facebook page as well. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the pin news for the week. Starting off, want to talk about a new pin set featuring Dory from Finding Nemo and the new movie coming out, Finding Dory. This was kind of a surprise release in a way. It's called How to Speak Well with Dory.
I love
pretty
it.
Cool. Yeah, pretty cool pin set here. It's 8-pin collection. It's open edition, available on both coasts at Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resort. So it's got Dory with a bunch of different facial expressions and weird. I don't even know what to call that.
Ryan, can you pronounce
Weird
any of
text.
these words right? Can you?
One says we.
No, you gotta say
Two.
two. This
Yeah.
one says moo.
Yeah, it's a,
I don't.
is that a
Yeah,
cow?
I mean, this is definitely if anything, this is the guide to speak whale. That's exactly what this is. So
2 pins come in a box, and it's they're randomly selected. Retail price is $15.95. So pretty cool set there.
I think this is a great way to introduce like a nice fun pin set for the movie, and it's just so fun. It looks great.
Yeah, it really is. It's cool. Next, I had the opportunity a few days ago to stop at a Disney retail, a retail store like in a mall, and you may have seen there was a Zootopia, like a rubber type pin. These were given out to guests. I was able to get one, so I did a blog post on it. It's yellow. It says Junior Zootopia Officer, and basically cast member will come up to you and ask you what your favorite part of Zootopia is, and we all said our favorite part, and then they give you this free pin. It doesn't have like a regular pin back on it, and it doesn't come with a Mickey back. It's kind of like the clamp style, like a pin brooch. So yeah, pretty cool promotion they're doing, and get a free pin out of it.
That's really nice for the kids, and I bet you had a lot of fun doing it too, Ryan.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, are you happy to be a junior Zootopia officer?
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured as much. I mean, you fit the part.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. You and your buddy Flash can go hanging out and
yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah, I know he is.
Yeah, you know me. Speaking of Disney stores, I had the opportunity to visit the Disney store in New York City. I got to
Ooh.
visit it a couple of days ago, which was an experience. That was my first time to New York City. Crazy, crazy time. I was overwhelmed by everything, but it was fun. Got to hit up the Disney store. It's 2 floors, just kind of like a regular mall store, but on a much larger scale. They do have New York exclusive merchandise there. And they usually do have pins, at least open editions. Sometimes they'll get a few limited edition New York pins there, but they were all sold out. So that was a little disappointing. But yeah, my friend I was with, he asked like 4 or 5 different cast members, and they were definitely sold out. So,
Wow.
but it was a cool experience. And then after that, we got to go to 2 different Broadway stores, and they actually have Disney pins there for the Broadway productions. I bought 2 of them. There's one for Beauty and the Beast, and then one for Aladdin. I'll show here on the YouTube channel pictures of them. We'll put pictures up. But yeah, they're open edition pins. The Beauty and the Beast one has like a little bit of a dangle, 3 different dangles on it, and then the Aladdin one has it's purple with glitter embellishments. So they're pretty cool pins. And the Aladdin pin does have a Mickey back on it. So they're official Disney pins, but they're not like the Disney pin trading pins, if that makes sense.
Nice. I'm glad you had a good time in New York.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun. All right, moving on. This past week, we were notified that Mickey's of Glendale is returning to Orlando, which is super exciting. This is a great opportunity for Floridians to purchase the WDI pins, which are beautiful, beautiful pins. They're low LE, and they usually make event-specific pins. The one last time was Pinocchio themed. This time it is Finding Nemo themed.
Much
It
better
will,
theme.
yeah,
In
yeah.
my opinion.
I know, I agree with you. But this year they split it up into 2 different days. So Friday, May 20th, from 3 until 8 p.m. is the store, which is at Disney's Contemporary Resort. It's the pop-up shop where you can buy the WDI merchandise and pins. And then the actual Finding Nemo screening will be the next day on Saturday, May 21st at AMC Disney Springs. And that experience begins at 8 a.m. So yeah, you also receive an exclusive gift at that screening. And when I went to the Pinocchio one last time, we received a jumbo Pinocchio pin.
Nice.
Yeah, which was really cool. So tickets for this event are $25 per person, and they are exclusive. You have to be a D23 Gold member to attend.
When I
And,
first... I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 6th at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
When I first read about this, I thought it was a typo. I'm like, don't you mean Finding Dory screening? Because that's
You know what? I had a couple other people say the exact same thing to me.
Yeah,
It's funny you
and
said that.
yeah, and I thought it was gonna be because May 21st is really close to Finding Dory, which is
Yeah.
in the beginning of June or mid June. So I'm like, I swore like I think they mean Finding Dory, and I went on the website. I'm like, no, they mean Finding Nemo.
Yep,
They mean
yep.
Finding Nemo. So it's a good warm up
Yeah.
for like a good refresher. The movie's been out 2003, I believe,
Yeah, I
2004.
think so.
Yeah, one
I
of
think it was
those
3.
three. Yeah, it's been a while.
So that'd be cool if they had some Finding Dory pins.
Yeah, that would be
at the
great.
event. That'd be cool. So yeah, I want to come down for that one, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Moving on, we had some news from Hot Art, the Acme pin release that was supposed to be on Sunday, March 27th. It was the Stitch Totem pin that has been delayed. It's going to be part of a special series coming in the future. and it was replaced with a 101 Dalmatians pin, which is a really nice pin. There's 3 different Dalmatians on it on top of a piano. That's a super jumbo pin. It's LE100, and it's 4.5 inches. And yeah, it's a cool replacement, especially if you're a 101 Dalmatians collector.
Ryan, I swear people of Disney is listening to this podcast. I just mentioned this last week that they don't come out with a lot of 101 Dalmatian pins.
Oh, I know, you did.
And then all of a sudden they have come out with 3 in this past month alone.
It's crazy.
And this is actually a really nice pin. It's definitely
beautiful.
a great suitable replacement for the Stitch Totem pin. I mean, this pin, you have one of the 3 out of the 101 Dalmatians fighting over musical notes on top of a piano, and looks like they're behind a bookshelf. It's really great detail on this pin. It's fantastic.
It looks like it has a pin-on-pin design too, so it'll give it a pop. The 3D
exactly, and
pop,
even on the music notes, there are paw prints on the music sheets. Music sheets. There's paw prints on it. Yeah,
it's very cool.
Yeah, definitely a great pin.
Heading over to Disney Studio Store Hollywood, there was a surprise pin release on March 26th at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's the April 2016 calendar pin, which features Nemo and Dory from Finding Nemo. It's a limited edition of 300, and the retail price is $16.95. I really like that pin. I think it's cool.
I'm loving this set. The only problem is I don't live in California.
I know.
And they have a lot of great pins. And this one in particular, I'm loving the calendar, the Pixar collection. It's very similar to what's going on over here in Orlando. The countdown pins, the
Pixar Party,
Pixar Party collection. So honestly, if I had to pick either or, I would definitely go for these calendars. But I like the party just as a great Orlando exclusive.
Yep, totally agree. All right, and then we got the new pin releases this week at Disney parks. Unfortunately, there's no new releases at Disneyland.
That is so odd. That is very, very odd. I mean, I don't remember the last time we didn't cover any new pins over at Disneyland.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, definitely.
So that's no limited edition pins. Of course, there are a few open edition pins, and we'll have those up on the regular blog posts we always do. But yeah, none for Disneyland. But at Walt Disney World, we have the next annual pass holder exclusive quarterly collection, which features the Epcot crest, and we have Figment on it. And it says Estate 1982, which is when Epcot opened. It's a limited edition of 3,000. And I don't have a retail price on it, but I'm assuming it's probably $14.99 around there.
Yeah, it looks like around that price.
Yeah.
I think this is a great set. I'm surprised. I feel like it was just yesterday when the first one came out, and I feel like this is
the one with Mickey.
Yeah, the one with Mickey. Yeah, if you just to easily show how fast this month has, or this year has just flown by.
Oh, I know. Time is flying.
We're already almost the end of March, going into April, which is our event very soon. So I feel like just yesterday.
Can't wait.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gonna be great. But yeah, it's a great pin though.
Very cool. So that'll do it for new pin news for this week. So what do you have for us, Matt?
Ooh, I got a couple of interesting stuff. I got a lot of interesting news this week. It's definitely out of the ordinary. So I'm gonna go right into it. Go right into Disney Springs. And as you know, Disney Springs is gonna be completely ready to go by May 15th. That should be, all the stores should be up and running, and everything should be available for everybody. So now, since we're getting closer to May 15th, they're giving us a little bit of details of what's coming in there. So one of the first things that they announced was the D-Luxe burger food chain that's going into Disney Springs, and they're getting some really tasty foods here. They have like a little list of like the top items that are going to be on the classic cheeseburger, the barbecue cheeseburger, the El Diablo burger, the Southern classic burger, the Cluck burger, which is a chicken burger, ground chicken
sandwich.
Yeah, more of a chicken sandwich. It says ground chicken patty, garlic herb sauce, avocado, lettuce, and tomato. And you have the veggie burger. The veggie burger. So then on top of that, they're having really not really exclusive, but like unique shakes. They're not really like, it's gelato shakes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
It is interesting. And they're coming with s'mores and cake, These are different flavors: salted caramel, strawberry, raspberry, chocolate, and vanilla. And some of these versions come in alcohol form. Little spiking in the.
I
in the
might
shakes.
have to have that.
Yeah, definitely interesting. And then for dessert, they have a red velvet burger macaroons.
Oh dang! I would love that.
Yeah, this sounds
I
like
love macaroons and I love red
a lot of
velvet,
interesting stuff to the store. Definitely has my interest of going into burger D-Luxe burger. So
Cool, we'll have to check that out.
yeah,
When's that
definitely.
open?
May 15th is when
right.
this and all things around Disney Springs should be up and running. So also new things that are coming into. They also gave us a little bit more detail of what the Coca-Cola store is going to feature and what's going to be inside of it. If you guys are on YouTube, I'll have the photo up. What it looks like. I'll give you like a brief description of it. It's going to be at the edge of the west side. So like kind of where the start is when you guys are at the parking garage and you go down the escalator. It should be the first store you see. It's going to be at the corner. It's going to be a 2-story store, what it looks like anyway. And a big Coca-Cola sign right at the corner there. It says Coca-Cola. And obviously going to have a lot of merchandise. They're going to have a lot of... It's going to have like a 1920s era feel. Definitely a rooftop beverage bar, which is great.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And it's also going to have, I don't know what the details are on this yet, but the Coca-Cola Polar Bear Experience. So I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah,
we'll have to do a video on that or something.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once these stores are up and running, we're definitely going to have a lot of things we can hopefully show on the YouTube channel and put pictures on Facebook and stuff like that.
Cool.
Moving over to Magic Kingdom, a little bit of a disappointing news, and I don't know why they're doing this, but in the Fast Pass Plus system, you have your rides, but in Magic Kingdom they also give you parade and fireworks exclusive areas to watch the parades and the fireworks. Well, as of right now, that's no longer a thing.
Really?
Yeah, they took away the Fast Passes for Wishes, the Festival of Fantasy Parade, and the Main Street Electrical Parade are no longer part of the Fast Pass Plus lineup.
That's odd. I wonder if just people weren't doing it.
I don't know. It's really weird. I mean, they even set up a whole viewing area for the Wishes fireworks over at Main Street. So I don't know why they took them away. Maybe they weren't doing well. Maybe they were causing more issues than not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds really weird, but if you guys have any Fast Passes, at least keep in mind if you booked one in the past and they're no longer, they might be honoring those, or they might have taken them away. So just double check your Fast Passes if you did indeed get a parade or a fireworks show on there. So really weird.
That's very strange.
Sticking to Magic Kingdom, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party dates have been confirmed. And so it's on select nights in September. You have the 2nd, the 8th, the 11th, 13th, 16th, 18th, 20th, 23rd, 25th, 29th, and 30th. And in October, you have the 2nd, 4th, 7th, 10th, 11th, 13th, 14th, 16th, 18th, 20th, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, 28th, 30th, and 31st. That's a total of 29 party nights opposed to 25 that was in last year in 2015.
So first one is September 2nd, you said?
Yes, it kicks off September 2nd and on select nights through September, and then the last night is October 31st, which is, I think, is the typical ending of the Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Got it. Okay.
And that's a total, like I said, 29. And they're putting a lot of emphasis into the costumes, costume policy. They've been having a lot of issues lately with, a lot of threats, scares, and they really want to be cautious. As most people know, they took away toy guns. They no longer sell toy guns on Disney property anymore, just to increase the safety issue. This was an official quote from Disney Parks blog. New this year, we have revised our costume guidelines for special events in our theme parks. While costumes attire may be worn, guests ages 14 and older are strongly discouraged from wearing layered costumes or costume props that surround the entire body, as they may be subject to additional security screenings. Additional costumes may not contain any weapons that resemble or can easily be mistaken as actual weapons. So they are really cracking down this year on the costumes. So they're not advising anybody not to be in full costume, because that's one of the best parts about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. But they are advising that if you do, you're going to get additional security screenings, and do not bring any toy weapons of any kind. So
it's good they're taking the precautions.
Yes, it definitely shows around Disney parks are taking this seriously, and I'm glad they're concerned for safety as they should.
Definitely.
So moving on, sticking to Magic Kingdom. A lot of stuff happened in Magic Kingdom this week. I mentioned earlier that Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde will be appearing in the Move It, Shake It parade. The Move It, Shake It, Dance and Play It parade, street party parade. And
it's a long name.
Yes, it's a long name. And I didn't know when they were going to do it, but now they've been spotted. I don't know exactly when, but there are pictures around social media that they.
Yeah, I think I saw one on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone posted it.
I don't know when it started. They never really gave out a release date, but they are. They're now officially seen at the parade. They're having a good time. So if you're in Magic Kingdom and you're going to see I'm going to say this name one more time, the Move It, Shake It, Dance, and Play It street party. Yes, I got it.
There it is.
There it is. And so yeah, they'll be there if you want to take those photos. No word if they're going to be doing meet and greets anytime in the future.
All right.
And here's if you guys haven't heard about it, this is a little bit aggravating, but here we go. Disney After Hours Premium Ticketed Event over at Magic Kingdom this spring. So on special nights during April and May, those dates are April 14th, 21st, and 28th of April. And in May is the 5th, 8th, 12th, and 19th is going to be a Disney After Hours event that gives guests 3 extra hours in the park from regular after regular closing hours. And it will be a whopping $150 plus tax to enjoy this experience. Ryan, that is insane.
Do you think that this is replacing the 24-hour event?
I think so. I mean,
it seems that way.
There's no word whether they are doing this. I don't think they're coming out with a 24-hour event this year. They would have obviously already announced it. And so special the dates in April, on April 28th and May 5th dates only. The park will be open from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. for people who want to do this special ticketed event, and then all the rest of the days that are available will be from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So this is very similar to Extra Magic Hours that people from hotel guests. Now don't be mistaken from the two. Extra Magic Hours will still be given to guests. They're just during those nights, and most likely will not be during the nighttime at Magic Kingdom.
So it's just until 1 a.m.?
1 a.m. on April 28th and May 5th. It will be until 1 a.m. So 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then all the rest of the dates that they're doing, this is from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m.
That's crazy, because I mean, a lot of times it's normal for Magic Kingdom to stay open until midnight.
Exactly, and so I guess on those nights during end of April, beginning of May, they're going to be closing it early, most likely around 11 p.m., 10 p.m., and they're giving guests extra entry into the park. So if you do have you still have to pay for park admission. This is an additional $150 to stay extra into the park. On top of that, guests who do this can arrive as early as 7 p.m. And you will be given ice cream novelties as well as bottled beverage included in your ticket. Most of the attractions will be open during this time. So
I don't know how long that's going to last.
I mean, it's only for a couple of nights. I feel it's very strange that it's $150 for, honestly, ice cream, a bottled beverage, and 3 extra hours into the park. I don't think it's worth it, Ryan.
No,
I really don't think it's worth it. But if you are interested and you don't agree with us, you can go on the Disney World website or call 407-827-7185. So,
alrighty.
Yeah, that is that. And there's also, this is under the rumor coming from the events of that news. There's also a rumor that they're doing a morning edition to that as well, which is interesting. In the morning edition, I think I can more understand the morning edition. So here we go. I'll say it's called Disney Early Morning Magic. It's what it's called. And again, all this is rumors. It's a new package that, again, addition to your park admission, you'll be given, you'll be spending a whopping, well, not a whopping, well, yeah, kind of a whopping, $70 for adults, $50 for children, and you get to arrive at the park at 7:45 a.m.
Such a weird time.
Yes, it is. And only 3 rides in Fantasyland will be open at that time. And those rides are Winnie the Pooh, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Peter Pan's Flight. One of the pretty those at least 2 out of those 3 attractions do have a long wait time during the day.
That's right.
And then guests will have the opportunity to do that, and then as well as they will be given breakfast over at Pinocchio's Village.
That's kind of nice to get breakfast.
You do get breakfast, and that's available from 8:30 to 10 a.m. You get options from juices, teas, fruits, pastries, varieties of meats, eggs, vegetables, bacon, sausages. You get potato fries and Mickey waffles. So, I mean,
that might be worth it.
That might be a little bit worth it. You get so at 7:45. So this is $70 for adults, $50 for children. You get an additional hour and 15 minutes in the park because the park opens at 9 a.m. So you'll be given entry into Magic Kingdom at 7:45. Breakfast is included from 8:30 to 10 a.m. And you have 3 rides available to you: Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, and the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And all this is speculated. This is all rumors right now, but there's so much detail here. I think this is going to be coming up pretty soon. Dates for this is not yet known.
It's difficult though to eat and get 3 attractions in an hour and 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, and
to make it worth it,
to make it work, and agreed. But I think at the same time, no one's going to be there essentially.
Right, that's true. You should be able to get on and off pretty quickly.
I would say maybe 20 minutes max. And I don't think that that line should be that long. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes per ride in a line to actually get it, and then you have time to eat. So then once 10 o'clock rolling in and people are storming in to get those rides, you've already written it, and you already had breakfast, and that's kind of more of a head start to your day. But it comes with a price. So
I guess you should do the attractions first and then go eat.
Exactly. Because you get access 7:45, but you don't get access to eat. Breakfast will not be served until 8:30.
Okay. All right.
So you have 45 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, for $70, I mean, granted, I mean, just take that $70 for a Disney breakfast in general. They could be more than that.
Yeah.
And so. I mean, that's not as bad as the Mickey nighttime after hours, in my opinion. So this isn't too bad, but it's definitely. I'm not sure if it's worth my money anyway. Yeah. Since I'm there all the time anyway.
Right. It's for the people coming in from out of state and stuff.
Exactly, and then for that, I mean, for an extra $70, some people might think, yeah, it's worth it just to get some breakfast and to get these rides early because I'm only going to be here for one time, and I don't know when the next time I'm coming back. So you definitely want to hit those attractions before you can't do them anymore. So,
yep,
yeah. And last but not least, I think it's again really interesting news that the Muppets 3D. Muppets Vision 3D and the Mama Melrose area is going to be renamed the Muppets Courtyard. So after all of this tearing down the streets, I think Streets of America is what it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, Streets of America, the whole the lights, camera, action stunt shows going down. Pretty much
Pizza Planet.
Pizza Planet's already in refurbishment.
Yep.
Pretty much everything that area is all taken down, but the Muppets is sticking to it.
Yeah.
The Muppets
are a rename.
A rename, yes, exactly. The Mama Melrose Italian restaurant might be renamed, since this is going to be called the Muppets Courtyard. And then it's now given us a little bit of a hint that maybe the Pizza Planet that was there is going to be a Muppets pizza themed.
Right, that's true. Which we did hear that rumor.
We did hear that, exactly. And then the Pizza Planet will probably be over on the Toy Story Land side, just like a more refreshed version. And then this would just be maybe a Muppets, or maybe not even a pizza restaurant. It could be just a Muppet restaurant in general.
Right.
And so
That's true.
I think it's very interesting that that this out of all the things that are there, the Muppets are still sticking to Hollywood studios. And
They're holding it down, man.
They're holding it down. I think that's great. And that actually leads me to my question. But Ryan, I have a surprise for you. I worked really hard on it. The people who are on YouTube are about to I'm about to play it on YouTube. So when you're watching on YouTube, you're gonna see the intro. But for the folks who are listening on the podcast, you're gonna hear it. I created an intro for Fun Segment with Matt, and so
cool.
I'm about to. Yeah.
This is news to me. All right.
Exactly. So I'm about to play it right now. Okay, are you ready, Ryan?
Let's go.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, the intro.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! It's Fun Segment with Matt time.
And that's it.
Dude, I love it. That's hilarious. Very cool, man.
Yeah. So
That's great.
So for those who listened to the podcast about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, Ryan was so excited that he said, "Oh shoot, it's Fun Segment Matt time," and then for some reason there was a little jingle that went into my head, and that's what ended up being what I came up here. So there isn't
remix.
Get that remix, exactly. And so that is the new intro for Fun Segment with Matt time, and
very cool.
There is a video attached to it. If you're on YouTube, you just saw it. And yeah, so that's gonna be a thing. Ryan, I'll show you once we're done with the podcast, the video. Right. So yeah, I thought you might like that.
I like it a lot. It's awesome.
All right, so now we're in Fun Segment Matt time. So in honor of the Muppets still holding it strong, Ryan, out of all the things that are leaving or have ever left from Disney parks that they have replaced, is there something that you wish they didn't take down and from Disney parks?
Yeah, we're not just sticking with Hollywood Studios here, right?
No. Anything that has ever been taken away from Disney parks and they replaced it with something else. So is there anything that you wish I wish they would have stayed instead of? Yeah,
actually, the one thing that's popping out in my mind is Malstrom over at Epcot.
Okay, all right.
I don't know why. It was a classic, and it might not have been the most up-to-date attraction, and it might not have ever had much of a line, but I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was unique. And, I can't really say that with Frozen coming in and what that's going to bring, because I'm sure it's going to be amazing as well. But, I really like that attraction. So, yeah, I do miss that one.
So definitely Maelstrom is up there for... so for you anyway, you wish they would have stayed that in there. So, it's hard to say what Frozen is going to bring.
Right
to the table.
I'm sure it's gonna be amazing.
Right, exactly. But as far as of right now, you wish that Maelstrom would have stayed.
Yeah, at least if it would have stayed in the Norway Pavilion, and then maybe they could have put the Frozen attraction in somewhere else, like I don't know, Magic Kingdom or something.
Okay.
Or even Studios. But
I think.
How about you?
For me, I obviously I have more time to think about it since I come up with these questions.
Yeah.
But I think as much as I like what they're going to be in the future for Hollywood Studios, I do really miss the Sorcerer Hat. I felt like that was a really nice staple to Hollywood Studios. It made it its own unique landmark, and they took it away. And we got a great pin out of it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I know we did.
But there's something about that hat that, like, I grew up with that hat, and they took it away. And even though when you're walking down Hollywood Studios Main Street and you get the nice view of the Chinese theater, it looks nice, but always in my heart I always see it missing there, and always missing the hat that once was there. And so
it was nice seeing that coming down. Don't get me wrong, I do like it now with the Chinese theater. It's a beautiful view as well. But yeah, the hat, that was cool. It was unique.
Yeah, that and also for me the Osborne Spectacular of Dancing Lights. I know that just went away, but that also holds a special place in my heart. And I'm really excited to have Star Wars Land in the mix, but I really wish that didn't have to be the downfall there. It's such a really great thing for the holidays to come in there, and I really hope that Disney can find a way to incorporate that somewhere else in Disney parks, because it's definitely truly a really unique experience to see others' lights there.
I do think that that's going to come back.
I really hope so.
I mean, I really do.
It has a huge following, and it was sad to see that go. And then I have one more question for you. Out of all the things that are new coming into Disney parks, so just as a refresher, we have new Star Wars shows, the Rivers of Light, the Kilimanjaro's Nighttime Safari. They're coming out with the new Frozen ride, a new Frozen show, the Soaring, Star Wars show, like nighttime show, and then everything in Disney Springs. Is there anything that they are replacing? Well, is there anything? What's the most thing you're excited for out of all these new things that are coming into?
So are we talking just this year?
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that are coming into Disney parks relating. I mean, even Avatar Land, Star Wars Land, Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
A lot of things are coming in to Disney.
A little bit later.
Yeah, a little bit later. Yeah, but is there anything like, man, I really wish this was opening tomorrow so I can go check it out? Is there anything that you're like immensely excited for?
That's such a hard question because there's so many.
Yeah, exactly. So many great things coming into it. But if you had to choose one that you're really most excited for, which one would it be?
If I had to choose just one, I'm gonna have to. I guess I'm gonna go with Star Wars Land.
Star Wars Land, really?
Yeah, even though that's so far away, it's like at least 5-6 years away.
Most likely, yeah.
I think that's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll probably go Star Wars Land, but like in the near future, Rivers of Light's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool to see. Or Animal Kingdom turn into a more of a nighttime park. I think that's gonna be. I feel like Rivers of Light is kind of like the first step towards Avatar Land.
I agree. Yeah, I think
making that a nighttime park.
The Rivers of Light is definitely, like you said, like the first step, and they really needed to bring something new to the table for Animal Kingdom. And now they have a nighttime show. They're having the Kilimanjaro's Night Safaris, and they're having Avatar Land. This is bringing into, like, some people consider Animal Kingdom like the quote-unquote half-day park.
Right, right.
If you go there early in the morning or get there late in the afternoon, you can pretty much still cover everything because there's honestly not that much to do there aside from the name big attractions. And then pretty much everything else is just like watching the animals and stuff like that. But now when you have the nighttime show and you're bringing an Avatar and pretty much bringing it into the nighttime atmosphere, it definitely brings in a different experience over. Because a lot of people don't get to see Animal Kingdom in the nighttime because they close like at 6:30 most nights.
Right, for sure.
But I think I definitely have to say that I am more of anything. I have to almost agree with you. Star Wars Land is bringing a unique experience over to Hollywood Studios, and I'm really excited to see what they have coming up here. And then on top of that, you have. I'm also really looking forward to Soaring around the world, and as I think it's a great way to make that ride fresh, and definitely we're not only soaring California, we're soaring over a lot of the major landmarks of the world, and I'm excited to see what it is, and it almost makes soaring fun again. Because I mean, at times I always think soaring is a great ride, but at the same time, you're seeing the same thing over and over again. But now it makes it fresher, it makes it newer. That every time you go in there, you never know what landscape you're going to get. So you're hoping to see something new, and 9 out of 10 times you probably are. So. Right.
Summer 16.
Summer 16, yes. A lot of great things come into Disney parks. What is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below on our website or I'll post on our website. Let us know in the comments what are you most looking forward to come into Disney parks, since there are definitely a lot of things coming in here. But that's all I have for this week, Ron.
That's it. Well, thank you, Matt. I like that fun statement, Matt. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's a little bit less intense from last week. We had, oh boy, I went back and listened to it, and we were heated at some points.
we were.
I'll try to think of more questions to get us more heated, because that was a lot of fun too. But this is definitely let's taper.
Pump the energy.
Yeah, pump the energy. This is definitely tapered down a little bit from last week, but you got to mix it up a little bit. You have to. Yeah.
Still a good episode.
Yeah, I think it's a well-rounded episode, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, that will do it for us, and we will be back, of course, again next week. Hope everyone has a good week.
Yes. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I know we just ended it, but before we go, check out our YouTube channel. We have a new video up there, the Egg Extravaganza. Megan and myself, we We went 2 weeks ago. We posted the Animal Kingdom. We went to the Lions Guard Adventure, and we found all the animals there in the Lions Guard. This week, we went to Epcot, and we went on a mission to find all the eggs. And we had a good time. Definitely, if you want to see another funny video,
that was a good one.
It was especially since it was we started later in the afternoon and we were on a race against time for sunlight because it was about getting dark and we couldn't even see ourselves at one point on the camera. So it's definitely fun to see that. So if you haven't seen it already, check it out. It's a great time.
Cool. And I should have some videos coming up here as well, just some unboxings and whatnot. So.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yes. All right. So now you can say your tag again.
All right. See you, everyone.
See you.